Good morning, traders, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So, just quickly getting this wedge drawn in because what's transpiring on the US market at the moment is that this trend line has broken. We had a close below it last night on the Dow, and we are continuing at the moment. So, a lot of stuff going on at the moment. The demand for oil fell drastically yesterday in the US, and that is probably a clear indication of the impact of what's happening in the world today. Okay, so let's just get down to some lower time frames. I didn't really trade the DAX yesterday, being Monday and pretty much being relatively flat at the moment, left it alone. So I do believe that mentality will more than likely change today. So yes, we are in an upward trend. Okay, we are still above the moving averages. Moving averages are flattening out though, and that is always risky. Maybe you see them flatten out. You can see here they flattened out, and then we had a pretty strong move to the upside for a week. Okay, so we've been in and out the moving averages last week, and it is continuing yesterday. Two things here. We have crossovers here pointing down, and we have a crossover happening right now on the stochastic MACD. This is all signals. All these signals are actually pointing towards a reversal. Looking at the hour, that picture is a little bit different. So you can see how we had a pretty good fall and then a strong rally, and then sort of the DAX closed. The DAX closed up a little bit, but after hours we fell off again, and this was basically the oil component. So I do believe we are aiming for the gap. Okay, really volatile, but that is what I believe we are aiming for. Okay, so for me today, 12-15 minutes, this level here will hopefully turn into a fractal. It's not a fractal just yet. This is definitely a fractal here, and I think we are below that on futures at the moment. I'll give you a sec. Confirm that 10,426. We are down 1% on futures right now. So we are 426. We are right at the bottom of this area here. Okay, so we're pretty much at the low of yesterday at the moment. So I suspect we're going to have a fairly strong gap to the downside. So what I'll be looking for is some kind of a pullback, some kind of structure, something like this. And then looking for a break of that structure or a stop above the structure for a move to the downside. I am anticipating at least this gap close here today at 10,309, which also breaks the wedge. Okay, so some really interesting things on the go at the moment, and I think the second leg down is looking more and more likely at the moment. Okay, so just to confirm, just use a 15 minutes here as well. This is a fairly strong move for down. We've changed the trend. We are below the 150 moving average at the moment on the 15, and what we're looking for is the same on the hour. Okay, once we break below the 150 on the hour, you'll see what I mean here. For as long as we're above the 150, the trend is up. For as long as we are below 150 EMA on the hour, the trend is down. Okay, so the smaller moving averages will give you the ability to get in and out on the retracements and also allow you to add to your trend, but the bigger trend is measured on the 150 EMA on the hour chart. Right, so that's kind of what we're looking for at the moment. This does look like a rolling top. If I just minimize here, you'll see what I mean. There's a high, there's a higher high, lower highs there, so rolling top. Just add that there, delete that one, delete that one, delete that one. Now you can see head, shoulder, head. This was the original shoulder. That's no longer a shoulder, but that is. Okay, so definitely looking for gap close and possibly this low here. This low of 10,231, let's just extend it to the absolute low, 10,170, which is this low fractional here. If that gives, we have this next gap to close. Simple as that. Okay. So yeah, I think that's it for me today. I do anticipate, you can see on the oscillators here, this is a bit messy. Stochastic MACD is pointing down, crossed over. Trend is down. It's just very volatile. Bulls are still trying to push this up. They're more than likely going to give up as soon as we break this trend line and we break below here. Then they're going to wait further down. They'll probably wait at the gap here to buy again. And if that fails, they will try a half-hearted attempt at the bottom of the range. But the minute that thing drops through there, that'll be head and shoulders validated. And then they'll wait at the head and shoulders target, which will more than likely be the gap down here. Okay, there we go. That's my view today. Looking to be short and quite frankly anticipating a fairly big short. Expecting a second move on the daily to come back and test at least half of this wedge, which would be the second gap close, possibly this third gap close here. And if we get even lower to test the previous lows, and if we break through there, then this measured move is the next step to play out. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps. And yeah, whatever you do, just wait for the pullbacks and get in on the short on the pullbacks. And pullbacks are to levels and the Fibonacci's, 50% and 61.8% Fibonacci's. Okay guys, hope it helps. Catch you guys later. Cheers for now.